A South Korean court on Friday sentenced a former Justice Minister Cho Kuk to 2 years in prison after he was found guilty of creating fake credentials to help his children get into prestigious schools, a scandal that rocked the country's previous government and sparked huge protests. Cho was also found guilty of abusing his powers while serving as a senior aide to former President Moon Jae-in by blocking an investigation into a former Financial Services Commission seen as close to Moon, who was eventually arrested for taking bribes from business people. But the Seoul Central District Court decided not to place Cho under immediate arrest, saying that he wasn't a threat to flee and that his wife was already serving a prison term over the charges related to their children. Cho told reporters after the ruling that he plans to appeal, and if he does within 7 days, he will stay out of prison until at least the appellate ruling. Pope Francis has departed Congo, heading to South Sudan on Friday, hoping to encourage the young country's stalled peace process and draw international attention to continued fighting and worsening humanitarian crisis. Francis had one final appointment Friday in Kinshasa with Congo's bishops before flying to the South Sudanese capital, Juba. Speaking in a meeting with the local bishops' conference, Pope urged them to be shepherds and not entrepreneurs, warning against the ugly spirit of career chasing. He asked Congo's bishops to never open the door to the spirit of worldliness and called on them to pluck up the poisonous plants of hatred and selfishness, anger, resentment, and violence. Meanwhile, in South Sudan, Pope Francis will join the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, and the moderator of the Church of Scotland, the Right Reverend Ian Greenshields, in a novel ecumenical push for peace. Together, the three represents the religious leadership of the overwhelmingly Christian country, the world's youngest, which gained independence from the majority Muslim Sudan in 2011, but has been beset by civil war and conflict. The Christian leaders are aiming to give a joint call for South Sudan's political leaders to put aside their differences and work for the good of their people.